Good afternoon, everyone. Spain recorded the lowest temperature ever recorded in the country. Anomaly. Looking at the near-term global temperature projections, notice that black says, assuming no large volcanic eruptions, disruption in the economy. The United States now says you can use stablecoins to conduct payments between banks and countries. Same day, Ukraine comes out and says, we'll use Stellar as our new national digital currency. Libya struggling as they start the same day a new exchange rate of 4.8 dinars, right up to 5. Inflation instantly. This is the way their new currency should look. And you can always find a useful tool for the globalist. Fernandez in Argentina upping the former president's 15% target emission for 23, right up to 25.7. Yay! Give me another gold star for the Illuminists. As Americans seek economic protection after the most controversial election in U.S. history, year to date in 2020 alone, gold is up 30% and silver rising more than 50%. And now we're entering a new year facing economic realities of a global economic crisis caused by COVID and political reactions. Patriot Gold Group has the no fee for life IRA, where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold or physical silver. And the knowledge that Patriot Gold Group is Consumer Affairs' top-rated gold IRA dealer 5 years in a row from 2016 to present. To find more information, the link's in the description box below. And now on with the video. And right off here, off the Climate Lab book, linked it in the description box below. You probably want to take a look through there to look at the temperature projections with new updates in cumulative models. What I found so interesting in this, not that it's running right through the center or trending toward the low end of temperature projections, but that smack in the middle, that black line right there, assuming no future large volcanic eruptions. And I thought, why in the world would they put that in there? Unless they understand every grand solar minimum, there's a massive VEI 7 that will generally cool the planet. And as the four gas giants begin to line up electromagnetically, creating its different magnetic field with the sun and the earth somewhere in the middle, October 2024 is where you're looking. When you're seeing all these landslides beginning right now, cracks, earth fissures, sinkholes, earthquakes, that's all from this magnetic coupling beginning. We got 3 more years of a rocky ride. That's probably why they put the volcanism wild card out in case something doesn't go their direction. Anomaly here for you. Coldest temperature ever recorded in Spain, ever. Now these are degrees Celsius. So we're looking at around 34 degrees below zero. Because once you get around 20 degrees under zero, you start to get that match up in Celsius and Fahrenheit. So we're looking at temperatures that you would see in, I don't know, Siberia, in the middle of winter in Spain. Incredible. Lowest ever Iberian Peninsula. I know it's in the mountains, but 34 degrees below zero is a little stretch for me to think about in Spain. And over to useful tools for the globalists. After doing the research on the corn embargoes outbound from Argentina, rah-rah squad for every narrative that comes along right here in front of you. Now the image here is of the old rail station in Buenos Aires. Of course you would have to tear that down. Why would you want to keep that beautiful architecture where you can put up something made of bricks that's a square? I mean, no brainer. But as we're marching through, the previous president had set a target for 15% reduction in emissions for Argentina. But oh no, as a good globalist, you would always up it and take away from your citizens, reduce their quality of life, because wants to slash that by 25% 9 years from now. This somehow plays into this corn export embargo. Whatever happens, if you reduce that much usable power out of a society, you're going to crush the lifestyle standards and the economy. Now we're starting to see this happen globally. So the FOMO in the news was U.S. government was going to start going after Tether after they started taking a look at XRP, Ripple. But out of the blue, U.S. federal regulators say that banks can use stablecoins to conduct payments. That is the biggest news in cryptocurrency, because this now validates any financial institution to use blockchain and stablecoins to validate payments across borders, wages, IRAs, anything that can be done, interbank lending, loans to you, anything, as long as it's verified on a node in a network. So we'll see how this moves out. The Office of the Comptroller was probably responsible for Bitcoin going from 20,000 to 35 or 37 at the highs from this right here. This was the signal that was needed that cryptocurrency is here in earnest in 2021 is going to be the massive global rollout. Most interesting, the same exact day, Ukraine says we're going to start a national digital currency of Ukraine, and it's going to run on Stellar. Obviously, Stellar went from 13 cents to 35 cents on the news. Huge that a government now is saying we're going to use a public blockchain protocol for our national currency. Wow. And as we come over to Libya, which also started its new dinar on Monday, Central Bank of Libya agreeing to a 4.8 dinar to a USD. First day, inflation, it's trading at 5 on the black market already. And see, these traders that are importers and exporters are like, it didn't work the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 20th, 30th time, so why is it going to work now? All you're doing is chopping zeros off it, revaluing it. It's the same junk paper that you keep trying to recirculate into the economy, and everybody enriches themselves. So these traders are all starting to band together, and the one thing they keep coming at, the most important thing for a trader is stability, and magically they're all starting to band together to use cryptocurrency as the international trade between themselves. They're going to dump the new dinar, and they're going straight into crypto. This is the hugest thing, because when food prices start spiking, and we see with the tumultuousness in the US, and we see everywhere else across the planet, economy is just starting to falter and shatter everywhere. I was watching a few videos. European Central Bank is probably going to collapse, and they'll have to rebrand it somehow later in the year. And they're going to come straight into crypto as well with a national sovereign or a national unity coin, whatever you want to call that, for a trading block. This is the most earth-shaking news that you have possibly seen this week, what's happening on our planet. The economy is now fully in shift. The world that you know as money is absolutely making that transition at this point. I talk about that in Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast 30 minutes ago with different guests, Bitcoin truth seekers, all the way to those understanding climate cycles, historical cycles, and everything in between where it meets in our lives, food, safety, and how we're moving into the fourth turning. That link's in the description box below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.